Okay, let's see. Dongxian coming out with a Geisha game 1. There's a lot to learn about here now. There is a lot to learn about here now. And then our Demon King is gonna come out with a Geisha game 1, as we do see here as well. It does seem like he's gonna go towards the Priestess immediately. And of course, we do have Sans coming. That is a first officer. Yes, that is a first officer. But of course, dashing through here immediately once again. Being able to get that port out doesn't mean much, but the stun does mean quite a lot because this allows the Priestess to vault over. And then vaulting over herself as well. I feel like it's going to be a very fast and early hit from the Priestess's side, because this area you're just going to be able to immediately dash through and getting an immediate hit right there from Dongxian's side. There's an excitement. There's an excitement. I thought it was a blink, but there is an excitement. It does seem like we'll be getting on towards Tram, and it does seem like the Tram senpai decided that he wants to take the Priestess away and does not want to get Geisha on board as well. Look at this favoritism from the Tram side. But of course, utilizing the butterflies once again definitely needs to catch up towards this Priestess right now. Turret portal also ready on towards the Priestess's side. But for drop here, he needs to he can just place down this portal. And where is the anti-current? Anti-current coming in immediately, but the flywheel as well. There's 5 seconds left. You need to hit the anti-current, but it doesn't seem like he'll hit the anti-current. It landed on a Priestess. Whoa, this is another level of skill. But no, wait, why did we not flip there? Why didn't we flip there first? It seems like Moem thought that he's able to land dash within range, but it was a bit off range there from ZQ side, which is a bit unfortunate here, as we do see as well. With this team comp though, 2.5 ciphers should be able to get done. But the anti-current being here and your first officer, the slowest decoding is not that much of a great sign. And also anti has flywheel, so they can just guess that there is no. Whoa, Moem, please, sir, please, kind sir. Oh, that's an angle I can learn from, but please, kind sir, don't do that. That scares me a lot. Usually you stab and then you sweep first. I've never seen anyone sweep and then stab unless they're near a wall. That scares me. But of course, getting the pallet hit right there, very nicely done by Dongxian once again. Moem being nearby here has to be very careful, because if he does come in for the harass, then he's going to get immediately downed. Deciding to vault over immediately here, as we do see that is going to be a 1. But he still has 2 more staff remaining on his hand, but it doesn't seem like Moem wants to come in for harass anymore. He wants to save that for rebound kite for the Priestess. Now then, we'll be forced to push off the Cypher. Sans is in middle as well. He knows that Sans is in middle. Who else can be in middle except for a first officer? You hardly think that first officer is actually decoding near the 2-story setting, could you? Now then, first officer utilizing the Poseidon watch immediately here, as we do see as well. First officer, now that's a second spin. Well, not a spin, but like a utilization of the watch activation. Yes. Is that Weber's Law that I see from first officer side? I felt like that was Weber's Law, but that did not body block there, sadly. And of course, Priestess will be another flywheel. Another flywheel from the Priestess. Drop has been doing well with the flywheel predicts, with the basic hit predicts from Dongxian himself. But of course, it still does seem like this will become a tie game, which is really good for the Hunter for a game 1, especially against a CM professional survivor team. It's really good to get a tie. Really good. Now then, the Priestess will be returning back to the mainer, of course, and our next easiest target is most likely the Antiquarian. If we can force the Antiquarian to use her flute, then she's going to be a no-item survivor for endgame. But of course, you could argue that Patient may be an easier chase, considering that he is 1 hook, 1 away. But the problem with Patient really is he is 1 hook and 1 butterfly away. Then it sees where the first officer is, wants the first officer to utilize his watch, but here as we do see as well, pallet mind game here and there all the time. The 79% cipher is not done, which is in middle. It does seem like Patient wants to decode middle cipher. Now then, that landed surprisingly. That should not have landed. This guy, Dongxian. Oh my god. Going towards the first officer right here. First officer is successfully able to go through that obstacle, well, go behind that obstacle. Sees where Libo is, still wants to chase after first officer. That's not gonna land, but the middle cipher is still being decoded now by the anti-current, which is good news. Getting involved over here, immediate terror shock, and there will be a pop. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, it's a pop. It's a pop. It's a pop. It's a pop. Then see, knowing that the hunter is going to change target, it's going to bait out the first officer right here, but still has one more Poseidon watch left on his hands to use. Survivors has to be very careful here, but I guess allowing the anti-current to be near gate is a better course of action than anything else. Even if Dongxin decides to come in right here, it doesn't matter. But it does seem like Sans failed that Poseidon watch. Oh no, Sans failed it. Sans could have just used it. Sans could have just used that the moment that Dongxin decides to the butterfly dash. That's a bit unfortunate. The flywheel coming in right here, as we do see as well, successfully negating that normal hit. That's one. Can we stop? We stop. That's a 4-second disarm right there. 4 seconds to allow Moem to do as much as he wants. But of course, another pallet stun coming from an anti-Quarian. The ball bought a lot of time, Anti-current just has to stay near that area, but it does seem like she'll get an immediate blink down, as we do see here as well. Now then, we do know that the first officer is going to open, no, a patient is opening the gate, and first officer self-healed apparently. Yeah, first officer self-healed, and it will be a tie once again. Let's move on to our second half then, shall we? Yo ho 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 ho! Second half is going to come out with our wax artist here from the bow side. I'm a bit sad that Rabbit is not playing, but considering how Rabbit is more of a new player compared to an old player, we did see him in last IVL with his clerk. His clerk is genuinely very good. But of course, once again, Persona points, it's going to be a trump card detention with max pallet breaking apparently, and we want to chase after the anti-current first. This may be a harder chase than expected, considering the fact that anti-current is deciding to contain near this area. Utilizing the spin as much as possible, definitely should be able to cut corners ASAP right here. We do see that D-Bow is quite at a pickle right here, is unable to land anything, and of course, that's the problem with Anti-Current and the entomologists against Wax Artist and Hermits in general when it comes to shooting. Then seeing where the Antiquarian is, that pallet has been destroyed, but Anti-Current is just going to keep spinning until she sees that she can utilize her sweep and her... Oh no, never mind, that's going to be at 100%. But can the Wax Artist utilize his... Can the Wax Artist use his blink anytime soon? Answer is no. Not anytime soon. But Anti-Aquarian here, ugh, that is not what I expected. That is not what I expected. I will not lie. Not what I expected with a slow vault. If it was a fast vault, then I don't think there would have been any wax landed. But I guess, yeah, it landed, so sorry. Lol, sorry. Now then, seeing that Yihua is in the middle, that 78% will not be decoded anymore. But at least 2 ciphers are done right now. It's almost a 3 cipher Kai. It's only 90 seconds into the game. Honestly, it's really fast. Usually you don't see 3 ciphers pop until 2 minutes because the survivors are putting so much distance. Hashtag usually. Seeing where the mercenary is right now, El potting in immediately. At least it was not a terror shock. And at least that the... Oh no, Mercy decided to body block there instead. It does seem like we have more... It seems like we're going to rely on the Antiquarian and utilizing the pallet speed booms right here, as we can see, is going to be forcing the blink out. But Antiquarian is deciding not to double block immediately to utilize her swoop. It doesn't seem like she's able to do so, sadly, because of the fact that Wax Artist also maintained its distance. It's still a 4-man endgame. It's still a 4-man endgame. The cipher machines are enough, and Wax Artist isn't at max presence, so that's a good news for the survivors at least. Because just look at the ciphers. The last 2 ciphers are already 50% in, and this Anti-Current can stay on chair for quite a while. She definitely can still stay on chair for 20 more seconds, and of course Mercenary coming in with the elbow pad. It's okay for him to land 100% wax, that's okay. And of course getting immediate rescue right there. Mercenary definitely will become the meat shield here when it comes to wax in general. But of course Anti-Current needs to be very careful here as well, with not, you know, not allowing herself to get too much wax on her. But of course with the cipher machine being at 90, 94, 95, 96, 99, we should pop here. We could not pop here, sadly. Cipher machine was not enough. It's a bit more of an unfortunate situation here. We could not pop there. But with a 4-man endgame here and 3 survivors being near graveyard gate, that's not that much of a good sign now for the survivors, is it? Considering how the survivors from the DOU side need a 3-man escape to win this. But at least a tie is still good. We do see that Zhang Yijin is near the exit gate, right? Not the exit gate, the dungeon. Zhang Yijin being near the dungeon, the postman being near the dungeon, and of course, who is near the gate? It is the mercenary. And who is near middle? It is the patient with items, of course. Teleport. No, yeah, teleport is ready though. Good news really is teleport. Oh, that didn't. Ah, that hurts my heart so much, but a teleport immediately coming out from D.Bow's side. Of course, seeing where the postman is, that is quite a bit of wax landed on towards the postman though. But there's still a dungeon here, so postman can just stand behind. Like this area, can you do much? No. It's really hard to land 100% wax on postman here with these tight corners. Postman should be able to vault over that window as well. It's highly unlikely for postman to be able to land much. Postman, I feel, no, postman can just stay behind here. Postman can definitely just stay behind, just that corner, stay at that corner, and don't leave that corner. You can basically waste as much time as possible, and even if D.Bow wants to wait for his next blob wax, though, wax is gonna slowly go down. And of course, here as we can see, dungeon escape. Nothing you can do about it as a wax artist in general. Moving on towards game 2.